A very warm welcome from Santa Barbara, where I got the chance to ride the all-new 2023 Harley Davidson Road Glide Limited CVO. A $50,000 bike. Will it perform great?
The holy grail among the traditional machines from Milwaukee has had the abbreviation CVO in its name for quite some time. On the occasion of the 120th anniversary of Harley Davidson, we had the unique opportunity to test this special road glide. 120 years of Harley are a reason to celebrate. As the longest continuously producing motorbike manufacturer in the world, birthday presents can be a little bigger and more extravagant. Harley Davidson celebrates its anniversary with the spectacular and limited 120th anniversary models. If this anniversary paint and the Art Deco logo on the tank, applied in a patented process by specially developed robots, are not enough, Harley offers the absolute superhuman. A special kind of feast for the eyes. A black and red pearl limited to 1,500 pieces with handcrafted golden linings and chrome as far as the eye can see. Called Anniversary Black and Heirloom Red, the shades are presented in a glittering metallic finish that competes with the gleaming chrome on the bike in the California sun. Looking at the bike in profile, the dynamic eagle spreading its mighty wings over the entire flank, from the massive front to the side-stretched saddlebags, is particularly impressive. Words can only inadequately describe the level of detail and the artful execution of the work on the Grand American Tour. Even the really successful shots taken by the photographers only convey a tired imitation of what the Road Glide Limited CVO looks like in reality. You have to experience this sight with your own eyes. The pride of ownership when entering the garage certainly makes the heart beat faster every time. In keeping with the extraordinary paintwork of the high-end Harley, the other design departments of the traditional manufacturer have also gone to great length. The expansive seating in which the rider and pillion passenger sit is characterized by the finest materials, such as a special outdoor Alcantara, stitched red seams and embroidered CVO script. The entire dashboard landscape, with the exception of the buttons, is either painted or chrome-plated. So even from the rider's perspective, it flashes and shines in the saddle of the machine that it is a real pleasure. Talking of real pleasure, while the regular Road Glide has to make do with the smaller version, the CVO model goes to the top of the range. The legendary 117 cubic inch V2 with 1923 cubic centimeters of displacement and 166 Nm of maximum torque makes every rider's heart beat faster. In direct comparison to its 114cc counterpart, the additional power of the engine is more noticeable than the bare data would suggest. Since we were able to ride both versions of the Road Glide during the test, a trial of strength was immediately apparent, and the 117cc easily won the duel. The big twin is also clearly superior when it comes to sound. Even the smaller engine conveys the typical unagitated, throaty V2 roar that is often copied but never matched. But when you switch to the CVO, you get a much bolder, more demanding sound this engine wants to and can. The standard sound of the two-pipe system makes the need for retrofit systems almost nil, at least for me. All this is hardly surprising, given that Harley Davidson's massive use of chrome on this engine, and the bright red paint on the cylinder head covers indicate that the CVO is going all out. One detail that adorns other models with the 117cc powerhouse has been omitted from the Road Glide. The so-called heavy breather, exposed on the right side of the engine, which houses the air filter, is omitted in favor of increased freedom of movement of the lower leg, which is a good thing. Listing all the features would clearly go beyond the scope of this ride report. In all brevity, therefore, I can assure you that the Road Glide Limited CVO is equipped with everything that makes life and travel on two wheels easier. From heated grips and seats to cruise control and a navigation system with touchscreen, the equipment is really lavish. What do you look for in vain? Quick shifter, radar system, adjustable windshield. Before I go into the experiences in the saddle of the top-of-the-line Harley, I have a confession to make. Although I have had the pleasure of riding several touring bikes from Milwaukee, I have not yet understood the concept of Grand American Touring. The narrow and sometimes congested roads of Austria, on which I have already been in the saddle of Street Glide & Co., made me doubt this motorbike concept. On deserted US highways and freeways that stretch in wide arcs along the Pacific Ocean, or into the hilly wine regions of California, the enlightenment comes to me. Motorcycling and motorbike touring can be fun this way, too. Of course, I had included the dream routes from Santa Barbara on Kalamazoo. Set the cruise control to 70 mph, unfold the highway footrest mounted on the left and right of the fairing and sit back in the comfort saddle. Sound is provided either by the standard Rockford Fosgate surround sound system or from the CVO's shiny chrome tailpipes. Perfectly protected from wind and protected from the weather, long stages can be enjoyed in style with a jet helmet and sunglasses. So relaxed, you can then let your gaze wander over the rolling hills of the Californian hinterland or over the rugged formations of the coastal mountains along the Big Sur. This experience is even more beautiful in a group. The rumble of several V2 aggregates moving in formation along a highway connects in a way that has to be experienced to be understood. In the afternoon, the routes become narrower and the formation breaks up. The narrow paths that run through the Santa Ynez Mountains above Santa Barbara command respect from me in the saddle of the 437-kilogram battleship. But after just a few kilometers, I am able to negotiate even the smallest right-hand turns uphill without any problems. It's incredible how well balanced the Harley Davidson Road Glide is. I wouldn't have believed the good turn and behavior of the front wheel in the dimensions 130/60/19. The steep steering head angle of 26 degrees helps to keep the machine agile with a wheelbase of 1,625 mm. Once you've got used to this kind of motorcycling, it doesn't bother you that neither the brakes nor the suspension of the CVO work at top level. Anyone who wants to tackle the home track in the saddle of the Road Glide in pursuit of the best times has not understood the motorbike anyway. Cadence grinding is more a sign of a lack of respect for this work of art than of a high level of vehicle control, especially since they already touch down at manageable cornering speeds. This does not mean that you can never be nippy in the saddle of a Harley Davidson. The high art is to move the steamer so that the running boards hover a millimeter above the ground. Know your limits and those of the motorbike. On the subject of pricing and availability, I refer you to the introduction report of the touring machine. There are still a few examples of the Road Glide CVO, limited to 15 units, but if you want to put one in your garage, you should be quick. Most of the units were bought blind by collectors around the world immediately after the presentation. So cancel your home loan and petition the Harley Davidson dealer you trust. The value stability typical of Harley Davidson should also be present in this incredible special model. After today's ride we can conclude that the Harley Davidson Road Glide CVO is an absolute dream motorbike. For many, owning one will always remain a dream. Nevertheless, it is not possible to successfully complete the training to become a motorbike all-rounder without having once ridden a Harley Davidson in a manner befitting its species. My tip, arrange a test ride and let the US-American spirit of the air-cooled V2 in a touring chassis take effect on you. It is simply incomparable.
Thanks for watching. This was an amazing experience for me. I had the most wonderful time on this brilliant bike on the roads of California, and I will sure be back. If you liked the video, leave us a thumb up, leave us a comment. Take care and stay on board.